How much longer until LeBron James declines? Here's the thing with LeBron. I just don't know because it's like LeBron is completely, he works backward. Like, it's hard to talk about because he's so different from every other player we've ever seen. Michael Jordan, he got worse with age. Kobe, he got slightly worse with age. Melo got worse. Kevin Durant's going to get worse. Who you name it, they got worse. Dwyane Wade, Larry Bird. Larry Bird partly because of the back injury. Magic Johnson, partly because of, what happened with the HIV and things like that. But, overall, players as they get older, they get worse. LeBron James is damn near 32 years old. And yet somehow, some way, he is the best player he has ever been in his career right now. That's crazy. He's better than, 08-09 LeBron, and that was one of his best years in my opinion, 08-09. I just think it's just bananas. 66-16 Cleveland Cavaliers. I think he averaged like 28, 7-7. He was just so ridiculous, man. I used to watch every single Cavs game with Mo Williams and Anthony Parker and Delonte West and, Anderson Varejao and Zydrunas Ilgauskas and all of these players, right? But for some reason, he's gotten better. It's so weird because everyone was saying, oh, he doesn't have the skill like Kobe or Carmelo or Jordan to still be able to score in his post-prime era. But the thing is even when his athleticism slightly declined, which it has, I'm not going to sit there and act like it hasn't. His athleticism slightly did decline. He's not as explosive, he's not as fast, but he's still amazing. He's still averaging pretty much the same points per game. He's averaging 25 points per game, and before then it fluctuated from 27 to 31, 27, 30, 28, 29, 26, 27, 26, 27, and then the last 2 years it's been exactly 25.3 points per game. But the thing besides the points per game, I would say his career average is 27. So we could say his points per game went down by 2 points. Okay, so one field goal. And it's not because he's shooting less. He actually shot more the last 2 years than he did in 2012, 2013, 2013, 14. But even then, it's like his everything else stays the same. His rebounds per game, his assists per game, literally his rebounds are pretty much his career averages. It's his career average is 27.2 points per game, 7.2 rebounds per game, 6.9 assists per game. He averaged 25.3 points per game, 7.4 rebounds per game, 6.8 assists per game last season. That's his career average. His career average at the age of 32 years old. That's crazy, man. That is really, really crazy. He's about to turn 32 in a few months, and he's still averaging the same numbers he's been averaging for the last 13 years. So when is his decline? Now here's the thing. The scariest part about LeBron is he doesn't even go his hardest in the regular season. If you guys have been watching LeBron for as long as I have, you can tell, and this used to frustrate me a lot until I fully understood why he did it, he is not as aggressive as he was when he was younger in the regular season. And I used to get extremely pissed off and look, LeBron, you gotta, I used to get so mad, LeBron, you gotta drop buckets, man, what are you doing, But then, as I got older and I started to realize he doesn't need to go hard in the playoffs anymore. In the regular season anymore, because once he hits the playoffs, it's game time. No one can beat him. He's been to the finals 6 years in a row. If you guys have been watching LeBron for as long as I have since his first time in Cleveland, I've been watching since around 2007, his first route in Cleveland. And literally, the dude, I would remember games like him dropping triple doubles in the playoffs and the 50-point game, and then against the Knicks, and almost a triple double, but they took it away because Ben Wallace got the rebound and hitting half court shots. And my favorite memories from LeBron in the playoffs. I think it was 2009. Like literally against, I think it was the Pistons. He had a half court buzzer beater at the half, and then Mo Williams also had one. And then against, I think it was, what team was it? The Hawks maybe. He had another full court. It was just crazy, man. And like, just watching him for so long, and it's just like he watching him for so long. You realize like, even though he's older, he's better now. And the reason is because experience is the key to success. If this were 24-year-old LeBron James down 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors, I love him to death, but there's no way in hell he would have came back from a 3-1 deficit. He probably would have put up similar numbers, but there's no way in hell he would have came back. There's just no way in hell. And, even in the playoffs, he doesn't even go hard in the playoffs anymore, which, again, that used to piss me off as well. But then, as you get older, you start to realize, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, in 2008, 2009, my favorite season for LeBron, when they 66-16, but they lost to Orlando Magic, in the playoffs, he was averaging 35, 9, and 7. Are you kidding me? On 51% shooting from the field. Oh, my good. Like, guys, like, the things he used to do in the playoffs, but he had to do that because his teams weren't as good as they were now, so he had to go full strength. But now that he has good teams, he can preserve his body, which means he's going to last longer in the NBA. You guys always hear me saying, oh, players like Kobe lasted long. Kobe could have lasted longer if it weren't for that injury, because if you look at 2013, he was still averaging 27 points per game before the injury. And then you have Carmelo Anthony who's still dropping buckets. The reason why these players last so long is because they don't rely on athleticism, they rely on skill. But the thing with LeBron is, it's like he relied on athleticism and skill, of course, and talent, but he doesn't have the offensive skill set that Carmelo does or that Kobe does. But for some reason, he's still the best player in the world at the age of 32. About to be 30. That's like, when I'm thinking about it, man, it blows my mind. And people are saying he's declining, but if you truly look at it, he's not declining. It's just, in the first round, why does he have to go hard? Why risk an injury? In the second round, why does he have to go hard when he's sweeping teams? When he's beating teams in 5 games? And the most, I think, that he's ever been is 6 games, in the first 3 rounds in the past 2 years. And in the NBA Finals, obviously, in the Finals, in the beginning, he was going kind of slow as well. He was facilitating more often, than scoring. And then he was like, whoa, we're down 3-1. We got to do something. Curry just dropped 38 on us. We got to do something. And then we had the 41-point game. We had the 41-point game. And then we had the triple-double and the block. You know what I mean? So, like, when I think about it that way, it's just he's still, he's better than he ever has been in his life. And it blows my mind because the dude, it doesn't make sense, man. It's like he's reversal. He's like the opposite from everyone else. Dwayne Wade is 33, about to be 34. Maybe he's 34 right now. I don't know his exact birthday, but I know he's like 33, 34, around that age. And he's declined, obviously partly because of injuries, but, he relied on athleticism a lot, just like LeBron did. But for some reason, LeBron is still dominating. I'm not saying Dwayne Wade can't still dominate, because we saw what he did in Toronto versus Toronto in the playoffs. But I mean, let's be honest, it's not prime Wade. Because if that were prime Wade probably would have swept those Raptors. You know what I mean? So when I think about it like that, it's just like, I've never seen a player last that long. And the only player I can truly think of that lasted that long in the NBA is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is why he has over 38,000 points. And I think he has how much does Kobe have? Kobe's 35,000, Jordan. No, Kobe's like 33,000, Jordan's like 33,000, something like that. So he has like a 5,000 point gap, and that's only because he lasted so long in the NBA. I think he played like 20 plus seasons. That's ridiculous. So can I picture LeBron playing 20 plus seasons in the NBA? Yeah, I can. I truly can. And to be honest, I never see him averaging under 20. I never see him averaging under 6 assists and 6 rebounds. Oh my gosh, man. It blows my mind because it's so freaking odd. that he just somehow, some way gets better and better as time goes on. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. It blows my mind. I've never seen anything like it in my lifetime, because obviously I'm not old enough to have seen, Kareem or Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan didn't even play that long. Obviously, he went to college and he retired a few years. Obviously that, but I mean, come on, man. Kobe played a long time. He could have went longer. So it's like Kobe and LeBron. It's crazy. These two players lasted so freaking long. I truly hope Carmelo Anthony can last that long, because you guys know how big of a fan I am for Carmelo. So if he can last that long, that would be great. But at the end of the day, man, it's just I don't know. It blows my mind. It truly does. But anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Do you think LeBron has a long ways to go until he declines? Or do you think he's still going to continue to get better and better and better? I'm out of here.